Zel Boy Army, welcome to another video on the channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking post-patch custom tactics. These work on old and new gen. I've tested them out on both. I'm going to actually be streaming tonight for the first time in a while. I'm going to try and play some champs games, try and get my weekend league done with the new foot birthday, hopefully pack some decent stuff, obviously very unlikely. Yeah, appreciate you all tuning in. So the new patch came out, didn't change a lot of gameplay stuff, so to speak, but the massive changes across the board to play styles obviously affects the game probably in a greater way than any gameplay patch this year has in reality. If you're interested in what I thought about that, I did do a video dedicated to that, so I'd recommend checking that out. I'm trying to get back into the swing of playing more games, trying to stream again a bit more, just to help out you guys and be able to make videos with a bit more confidence. This is my team as of now. I am going to do the Socrates SBC, build some of it off stream and probably finish it on stream tonight. I think he's pretty good value and he will replace Diani in my starting lineup. I've got so many subs and things like that that are already pretty good. Honestly, I've just been waiting for a decent SBC for a while. So we'll probably do him. I like the look of the Rolfo SBC. But the problem is I've already got this Davies card, who's pretty damn cracked as it is. So at that point, it's just like, it's just trying to fit everyone in. Do you know what I mean? So let's get into the tactics. I'm actually trying something a bit different here. So I've got normally my ultra defensive. I don't ever use it. And I was thinking, why do I not use it? Because ultimately, um, the reason I haven't been using it is that the tactic was set up to be like one that I would see a game out in, but I don't think that really works for the last couple of years on the game, so I never end up using it. So my thought is I can have a default tactic that I spend most of the game in. For me, that's the 4-2, not 4-2-3-1, the 4-3-2-1. I can spend most of the game in that. But if I... Are you sick to death of getting out teamed on FC24? Want that God squad you've always been dreaming of? Check out iggm.com today. The best and most reliable place to get coins for your ultimate team. Use the link in the description and code ZEL at checkout for a 5% discount. Check out iggm.com today. I'm not finding that's working against someone there defending quite well against it. I can always switch to another one that's more of a normal tactic. So the 4-4-2 for that. So we're going all out for this. I'll show every tactic in this one as full post-patch custom tactics. So the 4-3-2-1, the obvious strengths of this formation are free attackers. It's very hard for people to defend against this formation. Gets lots of runs in behind. You can dominate the midfield. The fullbacks get up. Very, very good formation. Very hard for people to play against in general. If you have good play styles, you have finesse shots, that makes the attackers even more of a long range threat, especially when you've got three runners in behind. It's hard for them to mark the runs whilst marking the long shots. If you have players with high passing stats and good play styles, that makes the runs even better. Whipped pass on your fullbacks means when they get forward, they can overwhelm people. Whipped pass, by the way, if you use that with aerial strikers, are pretty good. It's pretty OP. I don't like that because it's just not my game to just spam crosses and play for aerial stuff. But if that's something you want to try out, can be pretty damn effective. But yeah, this is my team, how I've got it set up. The most defensive-minded midfielder, it makes sense to have him in the middle. That's Hullet in this situation. And then your outside centre mid, you want to be pretty good going forward. Socrates is going to go there. Defensively, technically, he's not very good. However, the thing about him is he's got elite physical and pace for only 6'4", so I think he'll do a job there anyway. But you want the team set up in that way. Now the tactic itself, 40 width, 55 depth. I've got fairly low width on the actual attacking one because ultimately my players are going to get forward through the middle quite a bit. The left and right forwards will get forward there, but the left back and right back will overlap and make a lot of runs, so they're going to get a lot of natural width anyway from fullback. Balanced direct passing works pretty well in my opinion. Stay central, stay forward on Cole Palmer. Stay central, stay forward on Raul. And then balanced come back on Mbappe. If you've ever seen a 4-3-2-1 tactic video, if someone's... The general way people set it up is they have two forwards on stay forward and then one on comeback on defence, and whoever is on comeback on defence, the opposite sided midfielder should be on cover wing. So in this situation, it's Xavi, because you want him covering the left wing, this striker covering the right wing, which he will because he's on the right side, he's on comeback on defence. But if I wanted it to be Diani covering wing, then I'd put Raul on to come back. But I've got Diani and Hullet on cover centre. Honestly, I'd probably prefer to have Xavi in the middle and Diani cover wing. That would make more sense. But it makes more sense to have Diani with whip pass, Trivella on the right side, and Mbappe on the right side with Raul being on the weak foot and finesse there. So sometimes it doesn't always work out. Balanced mix attack on both fullbacks so they get forward, stay back on the centre backs. You can make this a bit more defensive minded and have one of the fullbacks on stay back. That will make it a bit more defensively stable. In terms of the more attacking ones, 40, 71. 71 depth, basically, with press after possession loss, just makes it a much more aggressive tactic when you lose the ball. You're going to be a lot harder for people to keep the ball when you lose it, but you are going to be a bit more open to getting cut through the middle. Old gen, it's a bit more OP being able to cut people open, but the press can be very good as well. Same team setup pretty much. Honestly, you don't really need to change anything here. You could go balanced overlap on the fullbacks if you wanted. But for me, the instructions don't really make too much of a difference in terms of there's not much you want to change on that. You could put get forward on the more attack-minded midfielder. It's up to you. For the ultra attacking, I go constant pressure. It makes sense to be all-out pressure late on in the game. I don't use this tactic really unless I'm like, at least there's about 20 minutes to go and I'm losing, or if I'm like 2-3 goals down with 30 minutes. But you can't use this all game because your stamina will just get screwed. 100 depth, balanced direct passing, 60 width, quite high width because I want to open people up and make more space in the middle by having players out wide. High players in box, everyone up for corners, free kicks. 3-4-2-1, lots of players forward. I've not even got this set up right, how I would want the players. Let's do that quickly. So we'll definitely have Hullet in midfield still. I'd probably have it set up something like that. Maybe Diani there for the cross. Interested to see how this one will play out with this team. And then in game, it's just pretty much stay central, stay forward, come back, stay wide, getting behind on the wingers. You want them to do that so they actually do get back, because you can't just have everyone forward, but they will get forward when you've got the ball. Balanced, cover centre on the midfielders. You could put one stay back if you want. And then for the more varied tactic you could play and switch to if it's not working, it's the 4-4-2. Pretty similar to how I set up the 4-3-2-1 in terms of instructions. 40, 55, 60 in terms of the width. Balanced direct passing, nearly always use that. You want the fast players out wide, the players with stuff like finesse shot through the middle, good passes in the middle obviously as well. Stay central, stay forward on both strikers. Balanced cover centre on the more attack-minded midfielder. Stay back on the other. You need some anchor point, I would say. Come back, stay wide, getting behind on both wingers. They need to get back to make it like 2 banks of 4. Stay back, overlap on the fullbacks. It basically means whichever side you're attacking on, they will make an overlap and run. Gives you a bit more of an attacking threat, and the whipped pass works really well on fullbacks who are getting in behind the overlap. Appreciate you guys watching this video. Of course, any questions about anything you're not sure about, any custom tactics you'd like to see me do, please do let me know. I appreciate you guys as always. Keep it spicy. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.